Mr. Westerman.
The gentlewoman from Puerto Rico is recognized for 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, today is a truly historic day for Puerto Rico. Ironically, it is also a perfect example of the island colonial's reality. I am Puerto Rico's only voice in Congress. I represent 3.2 million American citizens living back home, more constituents than anyone in this chamber, and yet, while we consider a bill I held right, a bill that will directly impact the life of every citizen I represent, I still must rely and depend on everybody here because I cannot vote on the floor. This is the best example of why this bill is so important for Puerto Rico. Today, Congress takes a step towards finally assuming its responsibility under Article 4, Section 3, Clause 2 of our Constitution to provide the people of Puerto Rico with an opportunity, a federally binding choice to democratically decide our future among 3 non-territorial, constitutionally viable options: statehood, independence, and independence in association with the United States. And for the first time in history, we are considering legislation that will authorize a self-executing plebiscite on the island. With the adoption of this bill, this chamber is also recognizing and making clear that Puerto Rico's century-old territorial status is the problem and cannot be part of the solution. The territorial condition constrains the island's ability to prosper and has relegated the island into an indefinite second-class status when compared to the 50 states. And this is the main reason behind social, economic, and fiscal challenges we have faced, forcing a mass exodus of millions of Puerto Ricans to the mainland in search for that equality. Congress has perpetuated by its inaction this dysfunctional political economic condition, one that at its core is, as President Ronald Reagan once characterized it, historically unnatural. Because we are a territory, the people of Puerto Rico lack full voting representation in the House and in the Senate, and cannot vote for the president who sends our sons and daughters to the war. Because we are a territory, the federal government can, and often does, treat us unequally under federal laws and programs. Because we are a territory, we are treated as second-class citizens. And because we are a territory, I'm here today discussing a bill related to one of our most critical issues, and yet I cannot vote on this bill. And this is the reason this discussion is so important. I support statehood for the island, and our people have voted not once, not twice, 3 times already supporting statehood. In response, I introduced H.R. 1522, which, following the most recent presidents of Alaska and Hawaii, will have established a process to admit the island as a state of the Union in a simple yes or no vote. However, given the political realities in this Congress and in the interest of advancing the status issue, I led negotiations on this bill before us. This bill will make an offer to the people of Puerto Rico to choose. I prefer statehood, but this bill would allow the people to choose between statehood or independence in association with the United States, and it spell out the consequences of each option. Of course, this bill is not perfect, but at least it will advance the issue. Today, I remember late Congressman Don Young of Alaska, who understood better than anyone else the inequities that comes with being a territory and always championed statehood for Puerto Rico. Madam Speaker, never a U.S. territory had to wait longer than Puerto Rico to become an independent nation or to become a state. And we have voted 3 times for that. We have more than earned the right to do so. So today, as the sole representative of the people of the island, I urge my colleagues to vote for this bill, H.R. 8393, and allow us to finally put an end to our shameful territorial status. With that, I yield back.
Gentleman from